in the building. This is SP Hustle Hard. Like and subscribe. We in the building. Fresh off of vacay. Mexico, Tijuana, San Diego, the border. Hey, man, it was beautiful. But we're going to get to that later. Right now, we back in the building.
You ain't take me with him on vacation.
Yeah, I couldn't fit him in the bag, man. He was too big. Pause. Anyway, listen, we back. We back, ladies and gentlemen. We back in the building, full effect, and we going to get right to it. This is SP Hustle Hard. The RecRoom Presents. Hook, Meta, Addiction, The Machine, World News and The Culture. So we're going to get right to it. We're going to start off on this, man.
I'm back too.
My bad. You know what? I'm still on vacay, man. I'm just still trying to mode, I'm trying to wind down and whatnot. But listen, y'all, this is a good friend. You already know my co-host, Lucky. VL tapped in. We in the building. A big shout out to my boy M Dollar. Hold it down. We got you, bro. Just know we got you. We around. To my guy Blue Gotti.
Blue was good.
Oh, Blue was good. Yo, thank you for everything. You know, it was a blessing to come out there, party, chill with you and the folks, have a good time. Bless. Thank you.
Next time, send me a plane ticket to him.
Oh man, listen, we're gonna get to that, but right now. So what's happening is Meta is being sued. Well, they was sued and they lost. And so now what's going on is now they got to figure out the settlement. Like I think they settled for a couple of millions, not a couple, but
I don't know if they settled. Did they settle?
Yeah, I think they didn't settle. They lost.
So there ain't no price tag come out.
Yeah, no price tag, but I'm sure the number's going to be up there. But you got to figure, it's a lot of people. So
a lot of people sued. It was one girl. One girl sued.
Oh, she gonna get a big check.
She's 20-year-old. She said it messed up her mental health, and they put stuff in there. It creates addiction for younger kids.
I believe it.
Yeah,
younger and older. I believe it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I believe it's there, but the thing is, they in the business of making money.
That's what you do.
You get them hooked.
It's McDonald's do the same thing.
Exactly.
It's like you got billboards everywhere that come to our store.
Right.
So YouTube and Meta doing the same thing. It's
right.
Going digitally.
Right.
Like the kids. They're trying to say kids being addicted to it.
Right.
Kids is addicted to Happy Meals with these kids. So
right.
We didn't sue them. I don't got none of them toys no more.
Shoot, we don't even know where McDonald's get their meat from.
I'm not saying it's wrong because at the end of the day, like that's true. False.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it turned into online bullying and like social media could be like a bad thing. As far as kids and mental health, and they can't stay off their phone. They don't even go outside no more.
Listen, you know what? I find that to be true for the simple fact, I believe that is true because I see my kids stuck. Sometimes I got to tell them.
Everybody's kids.
I mean, I do it too.
We all on the phone all the time.
I find myself trapped, and it's like,
snap yourself.
Yeah, you gotta.
Put this phone down.
Yeah, this thing is addicting because it's like as soon as you look at one thing and try to get off of that, there's something else pop up.
Yeah.
And then something else pop up.
Yeah.
It's like it's already knows what you want to see, what you want to talk about. It already got it lined up for you. If you want to think of something, if you want to shop and you look for this specific item, next thing you know, that specific item and everything that looks like it is popping up.
You think it's a crime for that? They should be.
I feel it was a little deceptive. I think if they'd have told people, I think people would have still. It's like, come on.
So you're trying to say they acting like, well, we're not doing that, but every other day or every time you go on there, you're doing pop-ups about something I was just talking about.
Right. I believe. What I believe is that
it's deceptive.
It's deceptive. Period.
To a point that it's a crime and messing with people's mental health.
Yeah, exactly. I believe they was more so. I think if they would have just told people like, "Yo, this is what's happening. This is what's going on."
So they're being disingenuous. No, they're not going to tell you. They're just going to promote it and try to sell it to people. But when you do it to kids and stuff like that, and the kids that's like 20, like YNs, they grew up on social media.
Right.
You know what I mean? So um, it's a landmark case because everybody's like, wait, what? You can sue and make money on this? Write that in. I need to get my piece of the.
I don't think they're gonna go down without a fight, one. But I do believe that it is.
The LA judge told them like, y'all liable. Y'all be doing that, and fucking up kids' dreams.
I really believe that it takes away. It helps, but it also takes away a lot from the kids and adults. Because, son, I ain't gonna lie. I gotta really push like. It's like my phone be like, pick me up.
When have you gone and sit on the toilet, not being your business, without your phone? Just sat there.
Oh, I do it a lot of times. I sit on the I ain't going in the toilet because you know what I mean? I ain't doing all that. But
I'll be in the bathroom.
Boy,
you're not supposed to.
I ain't even know.
They said that's like not sanitary. Bringing your phone.
That's not. It's not, yo, people.
Scrolling,
yeah, he one of them that. Yeah, so don't make sure you don't use his phone. You know what I mean? But anyway, like I was saying, my final thoughts on this is that
guilty.
Pretty much.
Run that bread to these kids, man.
And that right there is definitely, wrong. I mean, you can see it. You can see what they knew what they was doing, and they knew they have a business to run. And so, okay, they got caught. Okay, they got caught with their hands in the cookie jar, and now they got to put. Yeah.
For the longest.
Is it going to stop? That's the question. How do you stop it?
How do you stop it? What are you going to do?
Can't.
You can't promote that you
can't.
want more users
on
your platform?
You know what they're going to do? What they put on the cigarettes now to let people know, warning. This may be
called mental health.
Yeah. That's about it. That's all I see happening.
I do see YouTube be on what's it called? Saying time for a break. It puts a little timer on it.
Yeah.
They at least try to.
That's one thing I can say about YouTube. They try to find a way to
make you think about you might need to live real
right.
You've been on this job for a little bit too long. Figure it out. Go outside. Get some fresh air.
Yeah.
Stop looking at your screen.
Stop looking at the screen. What you think?
I think it's too late.
What's your thought?
You got a whole generation of people that's addicted to their screens and social media.
Yeah,
I mean, and like I told you, like the damage is done. They already, even if they draw back their advertisement or whatever they try to do, being deceptive and try to make more people come to their platform, it's still going to be people stuck on their phones. Like, what is the whole point of this?
I think that's the bottom line. I don't think it's going to.
It's a retroactive thing. Like you can't. Yeah. People are already addicted to it.
Pretty much.
Is what it is.
Pretty much. I believe that too. I believe people is already addicted. They're already locked in.
But us as parents, you need to stay on top of your kids.
Shit, the parents be locked.
Yeah, because I'm telling me to get off my phone and you on your phone just like me.
My son said the same thing. I'm like, God damn it, do as I say and not as I do.
Listen, we're watching a movie. You got your phone in your hand, telling him to put the phone down.
Yo,
everybody go through that.
It's true.
You gotta actually, when you start watching a movie with somebody, you gotta be like, listen, here's the rule. Put your phones down. We're gonna sit and watch this movie without lifting our phone up. Put it on silent. It's like it's a movie theater or something.
Right, got to.
It's more of our responsibility to be like, yo, chill. Like,
yeah, as parents, I really agree. But we're going to move right along. So at the UN, a lot of African countries brought something to the table to recognize slavery, Black people being human trafficked for so many years. And
they need to be a crime against humanity.
Right. They pushed it, so it could be recognized as a crime. to get some type of reparations, and it wasn't really. All it was about they want uh, to help fund schools, to give back to schools, black schools in certain countries like Africa and whatnot, help build a bridge of understanding.
Who's going to put that bill?
It was going to be a lot of countries that played a part.
So everybody's going to put in on it to pay people back for the
they do that. They pay reparations to all these. You know what I mean?
To the Native Americans.
And
that's
yeah.
They know that money coming right back.
Yeah.
But black people gonna get the money right back.
Oh man, black people. Oh man, and that's the crazy part. Listen,
I got a check. I'm gonna get it right back.
I don't know when would they understand? If you see right now that black people make up the majority of the ones that spend of the buyer's market, what do you think gonna happen when they get money in their pocket?
You remember that Dave Chappelle skit?
Yeah.
Well, listen. Niggas, like black people got a little smarter. Now they want to start running businesses and stuff.
Yeah, but
people starting to buy t-shirt machines and like everybody starting to make their own businesses and sell stuff now. So they're like, nah, they ain't gonna try to buy stuff out of the market. They gonna try to make their own market. No, we can't do it. Maybe it worked like 20 years ago.
Listen. They want to give that reparations to black people because because now they don't want to give it because they don't want to give it for whatever reason they got. I can't really pinpoint it, but my opinion, they should. We should get it because
they said 40 acres in the mule. You were talking about America. Man, this situation is just across the world in general,
right?
Because everybody was involved in the slave trade,
right?
So they're trying to say everybody that was involved in the slave
trade
should get the bread back.
No, they should foot the bill that every country that was
not
involved,
just America,
not just that was that basically. But you had 123 countries voted yes to recognize it. Can anybody name the 3 countries, please? Can anybody name the 3? There was 3 now. Can anybody please name the 3 countries that didn't want to recognize slavery as a crime against humanity? Can anybody name them?
I can name one.
One main. No, let's. I want to give the people a chance to see who are the 3 countries. We're gonna get back to it. We're gonna let you know, but please chime in, leave it in the comment section. Let us know who are the 3 countries y'all believe that voted against it. And lo and behold, I mean, yeah, one of them I really didn't expect because they have a big. They're one of the next countries that have a big African population, I should say. And but anyway, so with it was like Uganda, all the African nations came. It was
123 countries.
Yeah, that voted. Even Russia and China.
They voted for it.
Yeah, they voted to recognize that shit.
That's because they're like, listen, we had a couple, but we wasn't.
Yeah,
we was killing our own.
Yeah, we was killing them in the. Yeah, we was killing both. We didn't care, and yeah, we racist, but still, y'all could get that. Y'all know where the majority of it came from.
Yeah, we're not gonna say nothing.
Yeah, we ain't gonna say no names, but we gonna definitely give you the names. Definitely, it was 3 countries. Yeah. One of them, one of the 2. You can expect that from, hands down, because these are the same countries that voted to not make food a human right. How the I cannot even understand that part. How can you vote against making food? Food. We talking about food. We ain't talking about money. We ain't talking about dollars. We ain't talking about oil. We ain't talking about gold. We talking about food.
Feed yourself. Feast the famine. Figure it out.
Food. God, I can't understand that. And this shows people. People need to understand this is where their mind is at.
You know the camera right there.
Yeah. This shows them, where their mind is at.
Yeah.
And we need to understand that. Like,
it's not a losing battle, but
it is a losing battle.
It's a losing battle.
It is a losing battle. When you got,
but you gotta know who the opposition is. That's how.
You
know. Once you know who the opposition is, then you know how to fight.
And the United States gave up, and their excuse was, I forgot, because one of the African countries came out and said something about the excuse that they, said that, this was in the Bible, and it was a lot in the Bible, but we ain't going to talk about that. No, man, listen, man. They have that. We're going to talk about the Bible situation later, but it's getting touchy now. Because this right here is crazy, but we're going to stay on track. And this right here, this should tell you, man, when countries like this should make you aware of how these countries think, man. Because America gave the excuse of this was in the Bible, this, that, and the third. But they didn't make no excuses about giving up reparations and giving land back to certain ethnicities. You know what I mean? Yeah. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
But like America was like, remember the 40 acres in the mule?
They took the people. Let me give you a quick understanding. And I want you to no, because I got to, because this hurt, man. Because this hurt. I know. It gotta wake up. Let me make it make sense to you. In America, I'm not going to name all the thriving communities that was stolen
or
burnt down or sunk underwater or took to make a park. I'm not going to talk about that. But what I'm going to tell you, all that was done equals to trillions of dollars that was taken. Trillions. In today's money, we're going to say it like that. In today's money, we talking trillions and trillions of dollars that was sacrificed and given to other people so they can thrive. So you mean to tell me that we can't get a little something? Get recognized that was a travesty? Because you got to understand what was taken helped build a lot of these banks. We going to keep it real.
American way, bro.
Yeah, I understand that. But don't tell me that, this was in the Bible. No, even when we was minding our own business, building our community, getting our together, it was still taken. Still snatched up and given.
Happened to Native Americans too. But they ended up paying them though.
Go figure. They end up giving them, they got their own reservation and all.
What was that movie that just came out with like 2 years ago when they came to snatch up the Native Americans land?
I forgot what that. I know what you're talking about.
I just seen. I was like, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah. But they gave it back, and they gave them, and they got casinos now. They thrive, and but they don't want to give us that because and again, if you don't know, we will be the biggest consumers. Yeah, sure. Some people will go invest and but the majority of the people gonna blow through that like it's nothing.
What you doing?
And that's going to help the economy.
What you doing with that reparation check?
Oh, man, I only got $50 left, man. I done bought this tractor trailer. I don't even know how to drive it. It's just sitting there. You know what I mean? Yeah, people don't understand is that.
Because we the quick, but on some real shit, we've been conditioned to start some shit and then give it right back.
So
you sell it right back.
So anyway, people, just for your, the 3 countries was United States, hands down, Israel, hands down, and Argentina.
We ain't coming. No, we ain't paying.
Yeah, I can't believe Argentina is real talk. Argentina is like one of them explicit racial countries, racist countries.
Are
I
they
should
racist
say.
like
Yeah.
that? You trying to take a vacation?
No, not to Argentina. And it's a
It
beautiful.
look good.
And the crazy part, they have a big African community. That's the crazy part.
Just to rape their money and their culture.
That's it. Just rape, rob, and pillage the culture. That's it. Give it some color. Give it a vibe. That's about it. That's it. Just give it a vibe. But
As
other
long as
than
we can control it.
yeah, as long as we can control it. But yeah, that's how they move.
Benefit, make money off.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. It's not even the American way. It's the world. It's the world way. Now.
Yeah, and it's all perpetuated from lies.
No, the truth is out, but it's too late.
No,
now.
it's too late because they don't care. That's why.
We got all the money already.
Right.
I don't care what you got from.
And that's why they're trying to stop a lot of things from being put out there, talked about, history.
Can't have the next generation fixing this.
Yeah, but it's too late. One, One, it's too late because you got the internet.
Yeah.
Go figure.
You got
The
information
gift and the
around.
curse. The gift and the curse.
Yep.
You got information that's right on the internet that's going to tell everything. The facts. That's facts. But we ain't going to harp on that too long. Listen. So, Iran warns. The United States.
Don't put your boots on the ground.
Don't put your boots on the ground over here.
You can flash it all you want.
Yeah, you could drop them, but you could drop the bombs. You can hit the mountain tops.
You can bomb each other all over the place.
Yeah.
Don't come down in this moment.
The crazy part is, my thing is, what is it about? And we go and another thing, they running off of lies.
National security.
Man,
If you let Iran just do them, then it's gonna be a threat. That's what he said.
Listen, his top counterterrorism dude, Joe Kent. Now this guy's a mega loyalist of he in his bag, that type of dude. Now when he leaves your camp, when you got someone like that, he's your counterterrorism top head dude. He knows what's going on.
He was like,
yeah, he resigned. Oh, you didn't hear about that?
No, I didn't.
He resigned. He resigned because
there's no clear direction of what's going on.
No, because Israel. He said, "Yo, we being used as the proxy now. When the United States was using other countries, now we're being used as a proxy for Israel to expand."
That's crazy.
Right? Yeah, facts.
And we put in the bill too.
Oh yeah, and they get.
We put in the bill.
I cannot. Yo, this is. I don't understand it, but anyway. So
we got to get out of the primaries.
He's leaving, and we're gonna talk about that too. He left, he resigned, and he was like, listen, like we fighting a war we don't even need to. Yeah. We got other things. Like, what are we doing this for? Okay, the Venezuela, okay, you wanted to take the oil. Okay, we took it, ran dude up in jail. And by the way,
even though that was
crazy. No, he gonna get pardoned. That dude going just wait. Just sit tight, hold your breath.
We just need to sit here for a minute.
Just sit down. You're gonna get pardoned, dude. Don't even worry about it because that was some out of pocket. I don't know. But anyway, so what he was saying is like, yo, like, and he had to go because he's seeing like, yo, we are being used by other countries. That's crazy. You understand what I'm saying?
This the lengths you go to distract from the Epstein files, bro?
I think they got something on, but we're gonna talk about that anyway. So Iran saying, look, don't put them boots on the ground. I think we can. I think I'm not gonna sleep on this military that's in the United States
because we're losing lives, bro.
Yeah, but you can't sleep because them people are trained. They going to go. Of course, they already know lives going to be lost. That's 1, 2, 3, 100, 200, whatever. They already know that.
Because right now it's just the air and water.
Right, yeah. And they ain't really blowing. What you hear?
They just bombing each other.
They bombing mountains. They bombing. These niggas got shit like 10 feet.
How long is the war been going on?
I don't even, man. What, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, or something like that?
And Trump keeps saying
for what?
He just said they won. It's like we're winning the war. It's about to be over with.
Man, these dudes still sending all types of stuff over to Israel, and you got Russia and China helping. on the low. And you didn't think they would come on, they gonna surprise them like oh, we can't lose.
I thought Russia was Trump. That was his deal.
Man, listen, man.
That's crazy.
He's because now what it
because
is
because we was helping what's it called?
Ukraine.
And, you want to help them? All right.
And Russia already took certain parts of Ukraine. That's crazy. Yeah. And they ain't moving.
Still a war? But they're just not moving. They just
they still banging. They still going at it. They still going at it. That's been going on for a minute. But anyway, so
I'm just glad I'm too old to be drafted. You can't.
They said they raised it up to 42, and they don't care if you got a weed charge. They don't care if you smoke weed. And now it's gonna get to a point. If you got a felony, you can join.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah,
what?
Hey, y'all MAGA-ites.
Yeah,
y'all need to be the first ones to go fight.
They ain't doing it.
They need to.
And you know what's
crazy?
And
they need to pay me for the extra gas prices I've been paying. This shit crazy.
Listen.
$4. They saw Nixon gas right now. I ain't got time.
I think it's a game, man. Listen, I think it's a game,
it's
man.
Our pockets. Ain't no game with their pockets, man.
It's a game to them. Like everybody somewhere along the line, somebody's winning at the end of the day, and I'm talking about big time financially.
Yeah, war puts money in the top brass pockets, not us. We put the bill.
Yeah, we definitely, and we still pay the taxes to support these countries that we don't even get no vote on. But to make a long story short, the Iran situation is crazy. Blessings to the people that's going to be over there.
The kids ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? I don't care about any side, bro. No kids should be dying over
women
women and kids should be dying over the
But you got to understand.
But it happens.
You got certain people in these armies that really don't care and really just gun-ho and don't, So.
But this has been happening since the beginning of the time. Like,
pretty much.
Been dying over stupid.
And it ain't going to stop. It won't stop. Yeah. So anyway, moving right along. Big shout outs, big blessings to the U.S. Marines and the men and the women that's going to be over there.
Fighting,
I wish you didn't have to go.
Family out there, stay safe out there.
I wish you didn't have to go. I wish there was another way. I hope this can be resolved before it gets ugly. But
it is getting ugly.
Yeah. It's my bad. It already got ugly.
You're not letting them gas ships come in.
What they trying to do. That's why they trying to put the boots on the ground so they can figure out and get to where and what they got to do. So basically, they just want to
negotiate with them. Like,
they say they are. It's a lot of saying they were negotiating. Trump saying, hey, I can't believe nothing now. I really can't. You can't
actually stop.
Yeah, you can't. You definitely can't believe what Trump's telling you, and people know that. You can't believe what he's telling you, and then you can't really believe or go off what the news is telling you. It's like who can you believe? You got to get on the phone with somebody from over there that's really on the boots on the ground and be like, "Yo, what's happening?"
How much longer y'all got out there, bro? Let me know because you need the gas prices to drop.
Yeah, gas price, you don't even want to believe.
How much was that shit over at Cali?
Son, I didn't even want to get a car. I didn't get a car. I didn't even rent a car for that. I said, man, I'm jumping my ass on the trolleys and all that. Get a cab, whatever. Son, that shit was like $5. Some places it was $6. I couldn't believe it. I said, I can't.
You up your tank for like $100.
Son.
No, that's crazy.
Son. Now you drive a nice sized car. Pause. And for to fill that up, just double that over there.
Carpooling. Listen,
y'all,
everybody at work, like y'all need to get.
Son, I don't know how they do it, but
real shit.
Son, the average price was $5.50, but in some places it was
gas out there.
Real talk. In some places though, it was $6. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? $6? Oh my God. I can imagine how low it was before the war stopped, probably hovering in the 4s and something like that.
3s and 4s. Yeah. I mean, it's usually 3s and 4s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But this is crazy. It's even getting high here. It looked like it's about to crack $4. I believe it's going to, if this war keep going,
we're going to crack 5 over here. That means we're going to crack 7 over there.
We're going to crack like 5. No, like 4 and some change. I think it's going to. I think the peak going to be 4 and some change. I believe it. If this war keep going on, right? Listen to what I.
They keep bombing them barrel ships out there.
You heard it here first from SP Hustle Hard. If they keep bombing and keep it going, and now with the boots on the ground, I really believe that $4 on the East Coast.
You're gonna have to make a decision. We're gonna put boots on the ground and fight, or are we gonna draw back and take and look like we took a loss? Because Trump don't like taking losses. He's never gonna say I took a loss.
I don't know. Listen, man.
So what's gonna happen for this to be over with?
I don't know, but look, this is what we're gonna get to. Listen, Drewski, my man, my brother from another.
Calm down.
Yo,
get canceled.
Oh, listen, listen, Drewski.
The parents is gonna
okay. So you know he did one on Soul Train, right? You didn't see that one?
No, he did one on the church.
He did one with the soul. Son, you know he was talking about Don Cornelius. So you gotta see the Drewski one. Just check it out. That's fun.
Yeah. But the latest one.
But the latest one,
it got Karen's up in the up.
Oh, man.
The whole right is up in the up.
No, you mean the conservatives.
Because Charlie Kirk is their hero.
And
his wife came out.
One. He didn't say nobody's name.
You know.
No, I didn't know. No, I ain't jacking that. I don't know who you was talking about, bro.
There was a wife.
I don't know. Bro. I don't know. All I know.
Her wife came out to pyro like she was in WrestleMania.
Yo, that's crazy.
And after your husband died. But so Drewski did a skit about it.
Like, son, this is what I don't understand.
It's comedy, bro.
I understand. Yeah, that's what. But it's okay when put Obama and his wife on a monkey.
That's true.
It's okay.
That came from the president.
It's okay when they used to be so
blackface here.
Yeah. It's okay, but it's not funny when the rabbit got the gun. It's not funny.
He always been doing whiteface movies.
But
the movie White Chicks. We did Bob when nobody going Bob from accounting.
Shit, white people went to see that White Chicks.
Yeah, they love that movie.
Yeah, they love that.
So what's the problem now? Because it's Charlie Kirk white.
Yeah.
And now you
Erica Kirk. Yeah, now everybody no, it's not, and you know what? It's not everybody. You know who they are, and you know the type of people they are. We ain't got to sugarcoat it. You know. And I don't believe you can sue the man because it's a satire.
So she sued him?
Yeah, they try to get him.
I hate when they try to.
They want to.
You can't politicize comedy.
Yeah,
bro.
Man. Like, come
comedy
on.
Comedy is the last free speech that y'all need to leave the
beat it,
alone.
Man. If I was his lawyer, we're going to drag this out for like good 2-3 years.
You think Dave Chappelle got sued when he was doing all them skits? You don't remember the Dave Chappelle?
Yeah.
And he was like.
He was.
He was crossing lines, all types.
But this right here. This going to put Drewski on the map.
He's been on the map.
I mean, no, he's really.
Wow, Netflix need to give him a show. They might be too scared to
he got a show for something like
YouTube.
Flavor of Love.
It's on YouTube?
Yeah, this is why I'm fucking
with YouTube. On a regular station.
YouTube, this is why I'm riding, bro. This is why, because I know our time is coming. Yeah. But anyway.
They fucking with podcasts.
Yeah. We next on deck. Yeah, we next. I believe that. But anyway. What I want to say is Drewski, that thing, bro, I don't care. And just like they don't care, we don't care. That was funny. And it's crazy because
he said I was sick.
Because the truth hurts. Yeah. The truth hurts.
The best comedy is based off truth.
I like the part when he said that, we gotta care for. And then there's a black guard, like a black security guard standing behind him. He looking like we gotta care, especially on the backs of all the good white men in America. He looked, the thing was funny. Hey,
all them Karens ain't funny.
Listen, man. Listen, man. I ain't gonna even get into it or say anything, but listen, it's satire. It's comedy.
Protect America. Protect comedy in general.
Protect Second Amendment. Like everybody talk about this Second Amendment, and then it's okay when they make up or say something or just You do but when it's given back, they can't take it. They can't take it. But they expect everybody to just bow down and take the kicking, you know what I mean, and take the bull crap and the lies that they spewing to their so-called congregation. You understand?
But you see how like I'll be watching Jimmy Kimmel. He make fun of Trump every
night. Every night. I fucks with Jimmy.
I don't where is the comedy coming from on Trump? Like they don't have any comedians or anything on their side.
What you mean?
Like you know how Drewski made a skit and it was funny.
You mean a
Jimmy
conservative
Kimmel's
type?
On every night.
You mean like a conservative
comedian out there that does comedy?
I think so you know who I think he is?
They're always mad about.
You know who I think that is?
And they always pointing for they're taking it too far. What's wrong with America? They need to stop doing this. Everything's not funny.
You know who I think it is? Because they're so stuck in the ways they don't have their heart is black. They don't. It's not even funny. It's not even funny.
That's a shame.
Their heart is not even.
Love and laugh.
Yeah. That's the music to the soul.
Everything is not so serious. Bro.
Yeah, but anyway,
that's what's wrong with America. Like you want to censor everything and you can't take a damn joke.
Yo, Drewski, bro. If you need a couple of men to break down the news or break down this thing to the people for you. Yeah, we here, we signing up. Cheers to you, bro. I'm gonna have a drink on that one because that thing was hard.
Karen's is about to cancel you,
bro.
You about to get sued next.
Yo, man, listen, man. It was funny. I'm sorry. I'm not the only one that agrees with that.
It is hilarious.
Yeah, that was hilarious. But nobody didn't say that when he did the Soul Train.
He stayed in the lane. He made fun of black people.
And nobody didn't say nothing when he was making good. And it was true about them. The pastures stealing from God's people.
I remember that.
Yeah. Nobody. There wasn't no big uproar.
The red bottom steppers.
Yeah. Red bottom steppers. But anyway, Drew School, do your thing, bro. Listen, yeah, it was funny. And they don't understand that you don't choose sides. What they not seeing is that you don't have a side. You just here to give it up the way that people want to see it, laugh, humorous, all above. Mm-hmm. You do it from both sides, bro. And I respect that, man. I don't care. I respect that. Anyway, so everybody, put your hands together for Hov.
Got him, see?
The God selling out Yankee Stadium. He's back. I might go see that. I know that's gonna be crazy. Yeah. I really might. When is that Roots concert? Like is it May?
Beginning of June, something like that.
Yeah, I gotta check that.
He said he just did the interview
with GQ.
Yeah. He said he's on the offensive this year. Last year he had to sit back and let people fuck with his name. People were saying he was overrated. Mm-hmm. His music is outdated, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So all right, I'm gonna pop back out.
Yeah.
What is he like? 56 years old?
No, he's old. He's younger than that. He's like he's like 50.
He's in his mid 50s.
Yeah, he's in his mid 50s, but I don't think he's 56.
But people was playing with his name last year.
Yeah, because and you know what's crazy?
Trying to throw up all in that cancel culture and all that shit. Like he has something to do with it.
You know what? You know what's crazy too, and they still doing it. You know what's crazy, bro?
You seen the whole interview?
Huh?
You seen the whole interview?
I seen a lot of it. I just didn't have a chance to see it all the way through, but I seen a lot of it.
He said he was mad about that.
And he should be. But you know what he did though? He didn't come out and say nothing, speak on it.
He just put a statement out there and let his lawyers fight.
Yeah, that's it. And that's what you do
bullshit.
because
especially when it's not true. Like why don't want to go out and be crazy about something?
I'm gonna give you one of his verses. People can't see who's the fool. You understand? From a distance, people can't tell who's who. When you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why argue?
Or it's not real to me, therefore it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's not real to me, so therefore it doesn't exist. Poof, Van Moose, son of a Like real
it's
talk.
hard to do though when everybody's like, y'all really believe this?
But you gotta understand, like,
why are you calling me about this? No.
Again, from a distance,
I gotta hire a lawyer to fight this, yo.
Again, from a distance, people can't tell who's who.
But everybody just believes whatever they see.
Because of the internet. And you know what? This is the curse. The internet. Misinformation. And it's all day. And this is what I hate. All you see is like, and when you fact check it, you know, like, this didn't happen. It didn't happen.
You said he was what? Where? At
yeah,
what time?
like, this
Why
didn't happen.
You do that,
yeah. I don't. And you know what?
People be all in the comments. He was at Epstein's in 1996. Bro, he wasn't nowhere near that.
I know a lot of them feel. Stupid.
Stupid as hell.
Stupid as hell.
Anything y'all say on the
like, come on, man. Come on, man.
Common sense.
And a lot of them don't. A lot of people out there that don't have any.
And the fucked up shit is you gotta put money out to hire lawyers to fight this joke.
Yeah.
He had to pay his lawyers to change the narrative behind it.
Yeah. That's that. Yeah. Because you know why? It's better to let your lawyers, the ones you pay to do what you need them to do,
right,
than you to come out and make a statement or get on all these podcasts, these shows, these talk shows, and defend yourself. Go up to Hot 97 and kick it with Cormega, whatever the, you know what I mean? You know him, and talk about it. They're all about let's just keep quiet and let them talk. That's the best. That's the best way. And now look, selling out arenas. Yeah. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. How much the ticket? Like, come on, man.
I ain't gonna afford them tickets. He's doing a Blueprint anniversary, and they're doing
and they selling out, bro. Come on, man.
Blueprint anniversary, which is a 25-year anniversary, and a 30-year Reasonable Doubt.
I want to see that. I really want to see the Reasonable Doubt because I fuck with that. Was my first.
Those are my two favorite albums.
That's the Reasonable Doubt was that fire. He didn't get that recognition like that when it first dropped. But as time went on and people was like, hold on. I think when he dropped that joint with Brooklyn Finest. That was one when he dropped that, and
you talking about tracks off of that album?
Yeah, Brooklyn Finest, and I think Dead Presidents.
Is he number one rapper all time?
He's up there, bro.
He's
definitely.
He's been my number one
listen,
rapper.
It's not too many rappers, and I'm not talking about the young that's coming up.
He's been doing this ever since I was a kid. Bro.
Listen, he done got better.
Ownership. You see, he does the music. He owns it. He came into his own label.
Right.
He ran the label.
Mm-hmm.
He runs now he runs
break it down. Give it to him.
Company.
Yeah.
He does the run sports company. Now he runs who does the halftime show at the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, what other artist is commanding shit like that for the past 30 years?
And that's what they don't like. And that's why
you gotta find some way to tear this dude down. Sorry.
Heavy Jay. Heavy be the head that wears the crown, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
He knew that shit was coming.
Yeah, heavy be the head that wears the crown.
He said you gotta have a tight. Once you start having success like that, you gotta have a tight, real circle around you.
And that's what he got. And that's what separate. And I don't mean to change it up, but that separated his people from who Puffy had around. Puffy was jerking all his people. Like
he a bunch of guessing that. Pause that.
Really, really, and. Yeah, he was not paying. Put it like that. He wasn't giving them their work.
Yes, man, and just let them do whatever he wanted.
Yeah. See what Jay got? He got people that that he been in the streets with. He got people that really been around that he knows that he could trust them.
Yeah.
In a one way or another.
And ain't going to tell him what he wants.
And he don't try to play them out of pocket as far as financially. Yeah. You understand?
He try to keep him. But he said that in his music.
Yeah.
Like, well, he said everybody that if everybody in your clique is rich, your clique is rugged, no one will fall because everyone will be each other's crutches.
That's facts. That's that's how I see it. When I look at you and my boy Mon and M Dollar, big shout out and Blue now. You know what I mean? That's how I see it.
We all come up.
We all finding a way, and we all going to find a way. One of us going to find that golden ticket. Put it like that.
We all gonna put each other on.
Yes. But so Jay, listen, bro. I mean, I'm sorry I ain't gonna be able to make it to the concert, but I know it's gonna be on Netflix or YouTube. I know it's gonna be seen on there. I'm gonna buy the album though. If something new drop, I'm gonna get it. I'm going to get it because I know he's gonna put something.
You think you're gonna put
Yeah,
something
he
out?
at least one. He got to. He got to.
He said in the interview he don't feel inspired. He had interviews, he had
I think-
ideas, but he don't feel inspired.
I think he's gonna do it. Not on a podcast. I'm talking about rapping.
When that last 444 came out, that was like almost.
No, the last one he did that killed it was what God did.
No,
but
but
DJ
album.
Oh, album.
A whole full project.
Mm.
He was on Jay Electronica's project. It was almost like a dual project.
But now we need
full album of him. 444 came out almost like 10 years ago. Bro.
We need one by Jay, like with that thumping beat, with that Jay. Then we need him to talk because it's put it like this.
But from his last album to now, times has changed, bro.
Yeah, but still, his album still. And then a lot of people say, yeah, we don't, and okay, and I agree. A lot of places you may not hear Jay's album. You may not. Yeah. You may not. That's cool, and that's understandable. But you know what? You're gonna hear him at the Yankee Stadium, though.
Or at the Roots Picnic.
At the Roots Picnic, yeah, you're gonna have.
Not the hustle, baby.
Okay, listen. So here's another good artist. Ye. Kanye. Yeezy. Dropped the album. Bully. I heard it.
I ain't really.
I'm just saying I'm not impressed. I like one.
It just dropped, bro. You gotta digest the album.
Yeah, I got to. I gotta let it. I heard one joint on it that I got. Punch Drunk.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's that joint to me. I like.
Has he got any guest stars?
He got Travis Scott. What's one of Travis Scott's artists? I forgot his name. Tolliver. Yeah, him.
Singing on that joint.
He got a few other artists lesser known.
It don't matter what Kanye do in his personal life and what
but
stuff
it's good.
he be doing.
Yeah.
Every time he drop,
he's good to sell. He's good to sell a mill. He's good to go platinum. He's good to sell.
He's put a stake in his own name as far as music is concerned. Everybody's gonna listen to it, and
people want to hear him. He. I know one thing.
He's iconic.
He got one in Spanish.
For real?
Yeah, it sounds alright though. The beat, I got it being played in one of you go across seas, you be like, damn, is that Kanye? You go to one of them Latin countries, listen, be like, hold on,
that's AI.
That's AI. No, and it's really his joint. Yeah, you got to hear it. The Bully album. I heard some of it. Right now, I can't give no real concrete. I'm just saying to me, from what I've heard, it's okay. From what I heard.
I gotta hear it.
You know what I mean? All right. Stowe God. Like, yo, man. They playing with this boy.
He was supposed to drop an album on the 20th. I was at work waiting for that joint to drop. Because he's hot. Everybody's waiting. He said album with Swiss Beats. Swiss Beats did the whole album.
Yo, how many albums he got to get? Yo, come on, we got to figure it out, man. Jay, man, come on, man.
One album under his old label.
Buy that nigga out of that label, man. Buy him out of that.
Him and Jay talking, they try to see what they can do because there's no reason you promoted this album for a whole month and now it's time for you to drop and nothing dropped.
They know they got what's up with
and everybody saying it's because of his label.
Who is? I know it's not Griselda. So who is?
It's called Baby Green.
So who is they signed? Like who they? We got to do some research.
Oh, baby, it's like he signed them to it. And
who are they? Like who they got? Who else they got?
It's like one of them. I think it's one of them startup records.
360.
That gave him money to start off, and it was like we want albums.
360. They're not sound like a 360 to me.
Nah, they're not promoting him. I guess so. He's like, you're not doing the business. He did an interview with Ebro. Like, you're not doing the business part, and I'm not giving you no music. You're not promoting me right. I'm promoting myself. People fucking with me just because they fuck with me. Right. That is true. He was on the Clips joint. The Clips reached out to him. They reached out to his label.
Yeah, he was on
to him. Yeah. And once the Clips joined, everyone's like, oh, he was. I've heard of him, and I was listening to a little bit of stuff. Once he dropped that hook, I really went back to his collection. Like, oh, this was hot. Yeah. And a lot of people did that since the Clips album, because Clips was not Grammy nominated. A lot of people fuck with that hook.
Yeah. And he was with Griselda. He did some with West Side, Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine. Big shout out to Conway the Machine, bro. Anyway, we're gonna get to that later.
Man,
Griselda, the whole Griselda gang. Get back. Reset that little situation that happened out there.
Oh, you heard about that?
Yeah, son, reset. That's what brothers do. Brothers, sometimes me and my boy don't get along. You know what I mean? We may not pull out the knives though. But listen, we don't even see eye to eye. Some days we may not talk for like a couple of days. But get back together, man. Y'all cooking, man.
Them niggas is related.
Yeah.
They like cousins.
Some way, I think it's
West Side, Conway, and Benny all like blood related.
I ain't know all that. But back to Stove God Cook. Yo, y'all gotta free that dude. Free Stove God. Get him,
There's no way you promoting a Swiss Beat album, a Swiss Beat produced album.
I want to hear it
on it, and then you don't tell nobody
who's
that you
on
got dropping. You don't even tell nobody you.
Who's on that?
Everybody on that.
I think Stove God, go back to the mixtapes. They want to play games with you. Go back to the mixtape era.
He said, "I'm not going to give them no music."
Go back to the mixtape era. People is going. The streets is going to buy that. People is going to buy that. Go.
That's the back of his album.
Oh man,
that he couldn't drop. And I was like, that's gonna be one of my favorite albums of the year.
Yeah, Welcome to My Garden. Okay. Swiss Beat, Felicia Fury, Jada Kiss, damn, Pusha T. I don't see he should. Damn, he ain't got Conway on this joint.
He got Benny and Westside on the joint.
Yeah.
And
he got Pusha T, of course.
Since Beats produced the whole thing, got Jada Kiss on there. But his voice alone is like so shit.
Cook down. I gotta hear that. I might have to look that up because I know some of that gotta be floating. No, some of that gotta be floating already. Some of them tracks gotta be floating.
The only one that's floating is the Welcome to My Garden. And that's Swiss drop.
But they don't got that's the one, but they don't got
them on it.
Yeah. We gotta
when you start
research.
He hasn't dropped the album, he dropped Reasonable Drought 6 years ago in 2020.
And that's the thing.
And he hasn't dropped the album since because of his label.
That Reasonable Drought. I think that's one of his classics. I think that's a classic. That joint is fire. I listened to it. I was like, oh,
how you not driving an album 6 years and you still hot right now?
Real shit. And that's because of his footwork. I can understand. Yo, label, let that man go, man. What y'all want? Hold, make that shit happen. Swiss, make that happen. What they want? I know they want some outlandish.
Well, why would you promote it like you're about to drop it and then just not drop it?
I don't. Whoever running that label, I don't think they got a brand. To be honest, I don't. Because man,
Is the switch you're not getting paid off?
Like what's up? I know, like what's going on, and unless y'all one of them no name brands that y'all can't afford to promote them, but you're fronting like y'all this label, and he just. That's what it is. I think that's what it is.
And they heard that. Oh, we only getting a little bit out of this. Yeah. No, you can't drop it. Mm-hmm. And the crazy part is the Welcome to My Garden was executive produced by Baby Grin. His record label was behind the pushing of that single. That's supposed to be a single,
right?
But they didn't put no money to make a video behind it. They not promoting him right, bro.
How many albums he got? How many albums he got? How many albums he got? No, how many albums he got to do to get out of that deal?
No one knows, bro. Because I know he's beefing with him right now.
A 360.
It's like when you outgrow a small label and they still holding you back. You need somebody to buy you out.
Yeah. And who?
Get Hov to buy you out. Get Rock Nation on the phone. They got long bread, man. They bought Megan Thee Stallion out. They bought her out of her deal.
And she signed with them.
Yeah, as far as
if I was Rock Nation, I think that would be.
I think they're negotiating with him.
Yeah, I think that would be a power move to get him out of his deal because a lot of people fuck with him and he's like real tall. He's hot. He's lyrically that boy. Like real talk. And the rap game needs saving right now. The rap game needs saving right now.
It's dry.
It's dry. To me, it's dry because. Okay, no.
J. Cole dropped though.
J. Cole, yeah. I like the one with I like his remix. I like the Blizzard. I like the joint he did with DJ Clue. I like the mixtape.
You like that better than his album? His album was too much.
No, his album wasn't hitting me like how the
Really?
mixtape joint was. That
Yeah,
was what I want to hear.
freestyles.
I
A bunch
know,
of
no, but he was
freestyles.
over beats and whatnot.
He was over old school.
Yeah,
what's it called, beats?
me personally, I'm not
And
really.
you know he did that album over 10 years span. So
Listen,
some of them tracks is like 6, 7 years old.
I think he need to change them tracks.
You
But anyway, I think personally, it was
You ain't like it?
it was mid. It was mid
It was
to
mid.
me. To me,
That's not one of his best.
but I like the Blizzard better. The Blizzard with DJ Clue. That when I heard, I'm like, yo,
There's
that's
only 4 tracks.
to me. He's still a
But it's freestyle. That's not an album. That's a mixtape.
Still, I like
You
it
rapping
better.
over old school beats.
Still, listen to the beats he's rapping over now.
Those are songs, though.
Nah,
These are mixtapes.
man, I understand.
Did one
Listen,
verse on each one of those mixtapes.
listen, I understand that, but me personally, I do not like
the 24 track album. That's what 24 tracks. He broke it down in half. He broke it down in the old J. Cole and new J. Cole.
Now, do I think he's the top? Do I think he's the best MC? Yes. I think he's, even though a lot of people would say something different. I think he's better than I think he's better than Kendrick. Definitely.
I ain't gonna say all.
Yeah, man, he's better.
I'm not gonna put.
Son, he just did. See, J. Cole. If you didn't say sorry, this conversation wouldn't be happening right now.
He's not that kind of rapper, though. You see the interview? He said it like, "No, I'm not on that type."
But to me, he's still. I think he's number
one.
Of it.
Nah. You think he's better than Drake? Rap better than Drake?
Yeah.
J. Cole be smacked.
Yeah. He better than Drake. Drake is good.
He's the best rapper.
Kendrick is good, but J. Cole is that boy. How about Cam? Listen, Cam is funny because Cam is suing J. Cole.
He was suing.
He would throw the lawsuit.
Did you see the interview?
Nah, go ahead, break it down.
So he finally pulled up on Cam's show. He did. Remember, J. Cole did a mixtape, and it had Cam talking on it.
Yeah,
so Cam was like, "Okay, when I do my podcast, I'm gonna need you to come on there."
Right.
And J. Cole was not ready to do it every time he called him. It took a whole year, and Cam was like, "You give me the runaround now.
Right.
I'm gonna get your attention. I'm gonna sue you." And he said, and then J. Cole went up there on his podcast, like, "Bro, that was crazy because there's a lot going on. I wanted to wait till my album dropped. My album got pushed back. I didn't mean to keep putting you on the ringer, but like it had to be the right time for me to come and do the interview with you. But everything was going on with Kendrick, and I didn't want that to be the narrative around our interview and all that. Right. So like that's why I kept pushing it back, and I knew my album was gonna come out. I was gonna pull up on you regardless." And Cam was like, "I wasn't even really trying to sue you. I was just trying to get your attention. Like you ain't just gonna play me. Like keep telling me like for a whole year. Like, yeah, I got you in March. Yeah, I got you in September. Yeah." So he actually came up there and did the interview.
So did he stop the lawsuit?
Yeah. He said, "I'm not gonna do that. You here now? We cool." He put up on them. They did a little skit like they was like, "Oh, why you do that?" And then they did a whole hour-long interview, which was, you know what I mean? And they buried their hatchet or whatever.
I know that shit got a lot of views.
Yeah, it was a pretty good interview too.
Yeah,
I like doing his rounds right now. He did that. He did shout out Carmelo Anthony, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. He did that.
Who? Carmelo Anthony, the basketball player?
You got a podcast.
I thought they was bull crapping.
No, it's good. He was on there. I'm about to watch this on tonight.
Yeah,
he be having people on there.
Bro. He got that bread. He been in contact with a lot of people. If just say me and you was retired movie actors or basketball players.
You have somebody every 2 days.
We have somebody every other day. I'm sure. I'm
call up this.
That's why I like to come. That's another reason why I like when I go on these trips, because a big shout out because I met people from Brazil, I met people from Mexico. I was meeting a lot of people, just the people. You never know who the people are. They was doctors. They was good. They was breaking it down like, oh man, I might do it. I might take that trip, man, with my kids, man, to Brazil. You see, because they was like, they was breaking it down. But the moral of the story is, you never know who you come in contact with. And during his NBA career, he has came in contact with a lot of people and built bridges.
Yeah. So now when it's time for me to my career's over,
Right.
I just want to holler at you.
Right. Yeah. And they pull up. Yo, matter of fact, you can't pull up. All right, we're gonna do a split screen. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's love, and that's what's up. Yeah, I'm gonna start. I like Camelo, so I'm gonna check his joint out.
Yeah,
anyway, listen, free Stove God. Oh, make that work, man. Son, get it, like, yo, get him out of there.
Yo, did you watch the Tank versus Tyrese versus? That happened this weekend.
No, how that happened? Oh, is that the one that had Thurman Thomas or something?
Thurman Thomas.
Thurman, who the heck was that dude that had?
You know Tank, right?
Oh yeah, I know.
You know Tyrese, right?
No, I don't know Tyrese.
You know Tyrese.
I probably do, but I really don't watch.
The dark skinned dude who played on Fast and Furious.
Oh
the
shit!
Singer Bowl, yeah. They did the verses.
Oh shit!
They did this weekend. Yeah,
who won?
For the ladies.
Tyrese did. Hold on. Tank had a lot of hits.
Tank wrote a lot of hits. Tyrese had a lot of hits. Tank wrote a lot of hits.
And you know what?
It was all right. It's nothing to sit there with a bunch of niggas to watch.
What a girl. A lot of people don't know. Tyrese started off at McDonald's. On the commercial. No, was it Coca-Cola? Yeah, it was. It was Coca-Cola. It was Coca-Cola.
And he was on Martin, and then he did some music, and then he started doing
he did a lot of movies. Yeah.
He had some old school bangers.
What Johnny he had?
Lately.
What else?
What's the song? He had a couple joints.
What? Yeah, I don't really got him. I think
you know Tyrese.
I know Tyrese, but I don't really know. I know the one joint that he was crying all the time. Like he was crying too much to me.
Lady,
that was
would you be mine?
Yeah.
That was a banger.
That was a banger.
Anytime you hang out with your girl, you throw some Tyrese on, you can set the mood up and all that. You do the same thing with Tank too.
But Tank was more that.
Tank was a writer.
He made some shit though. I can't even get some of his songs. I gotta hear it off the head.
They did the verses over the weekend.
Who you think won?
I think Tyrese.
You think Tyrese beat Tank?
I was like in it because like I was doing shit around the house when it was on. Like, I mean, but it was alright. You should check it out. Check it out when you watch with your girl or something. You're gonna be sitting like riding around listening to Tank verses.
Okay. Listen.
But that was the music over the weekend. Though.
That was the music over the weekend. We don't know. I don't know because I didn't see it. I just now hearing about it. I thought he was talking about a fight. You know what I mean?
Versus.
Tank and Tyrese. That sounded like a fight match. That was a boxing match. You know what I mean?
It was a versus.
Oh, it was a verse. Well, Tyrese, he's good. You
gonna watch it or you like?
Yeah, I'll check it out. Because I'm gonna say like this. I listen to Tank's music more than I listen to Tyrese, so I might be a little biased in this situation.
You listen to Tank like actively?
No, I'm saying like when I'm chilling and with the sun,
R&B bag.
You know what I mean? Be in my R&B bag and yeah. You know what I mean? Other than that, only song I like of Tyrese was that Be Mine, the Sweet Lady. Yeah. That's the only thing I really know him for. I don't remember any other song. I can't off the head. Off the head, I can't.
If you watch the verse, you're like, oh, he did have that joint. And then you watch Tank, like, oh, Tank wrote that.
So Tank was singing songs he
wrote. Yeah, and when you do verses, you can do songs that you wrote for people. Like he did that Pleasure P, the Under. And I go under. He did that. Yeah, he wrote a bunch of joints.
Yeah. All right. Listen, we don't know, but we're going to check it out. Tiger Woods, what the hell is up, bro?
Sports.
Like, yo, Tiger Woods, what's up, man? Didn't you just go to a AA? You was in an AA program or something like that?
Yo, he flipped the car.
Yo, what is going on?
Out there doing like,
yo, what the hell, bro? Like, listen. Yeah, it was more than the drink, but that's a different story.
Like, you coming with me? Sorry.
Yo.
Tiger Woods.
Shit. He's like, shit. God damn it. They recognized you.
2 weeks.
You didn't think they was going to recognize you? I know they took up, man. He must have been going fast. He must have been flying. He fell asleep.
Nah. He had a couple too many.
I bet he had a couple of too many. Did he? Were you sure he wasn't getting top and he pushed the girl out the car before he flipped over? So, you know what I mean? Like, yo, like she was like, man, I'm out of here, boy. You trying to do crazy? Some, I don't know. She got up. She crawled out before the police got there. He was like, yo, you get out of here. You know what I mean? I'm stuck. But you can make it.
Any amount of money to get out right
Get
now.
out right now. Run.
My brain is already fucked up.
Yeah. Tiger, man, I don't know what's up with you, bro, but you just got out. If I'm not mistaken.
No, that was like, he was just rebuilding himself from that whole situation.
Yeah, with his wife and the cheat. And he was a car accident. That was a car accident, too. Yeah. They say, I don't know, but it was a car accident. Don't quote me on that. And from my understanding, it was another so-called, I don't know, DUI, whatever, drugs, whatever. But we got a pattern here. We formulate. We got a pattern going on here now.
Put the bottle down.
You know what I mean? What is it? Jack Daniels? What? You know what? He looked like a whiskey dude. I think he a whiskey dude.
He definitely not a vodka.
Nah, I don't got him drinking vodka. I don't got him drinking cognac.
Drink responsibly, man.
Listen, these are the 3 drinks I don't got him drinking. Tequila, yeah, cognac, vodka.
Well, he's a straight whiskey.
I think it's either whiskey or is bourbon whiskey?
I think so.
Whiskey or what's the other one? That's it, right? Wine.
Wine. He might be doing wine. You know, them rich people they guzzle their wine.
He ain't drinking no wine. That shit, whatever he drunk there, it was something potent.
Suspicion of DUI. Ain't no suspicion. Look at this nigga mugshot.
Bro, listen. If you listen, you know that. Listen.
And the PGA stars want to see Tiger Woods take accountability. Why you? Come on, bro.
Yeah, I mean PJ, because he the one that got black people to watch golf. Son, he high. He lit. Son, he lit, bro.
Got the stubble beard and everything. Like, I've been drinking for 3 days straight.
Listen, he lit.
Yo.
He lit.
Damn, Tiger, man.
He lit.
Well, he's like, this shit gonna be every fucking word.
He lit, bro. He lit. He lit.
He said he passed the breathalyzer.
Who said?
Tiger was arrested driving under the influence. So it's a DUI. He might have been drunk. He was getting high.
What I just said.
All over car crash. While he passed the breathalyzer test, police suspect impairment from prescription medication rather than alcohol.
Shit like that.
Oh, yeah. Tiger's a perky boy.
No, I think perky. I think it's more of something prescription shit.
Yeah, he had a lot of injuries. So once you start taking them,
what nigga, you playing golf?
Nah, you fucking shoulder. He having a lot of injuries.
Son, you're playing golf. What type of injury? What, you broke your hip?
No, it's a shoulder, bro. They be having injuries that swing a golf club all the time, bro. That comes with ligament damage and all that.
But son, I can't understand it. So what
DUI?
So he passed the DUI and
them Skittles, boy.
What was it? Tiger.
He was tired.
Tiger, man. So now you got to go back to rehab.
Yep.
You know they're going. You know they're going.
Tiger Woods and I have a problem.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Tiger Woods is going to be broke in a minute, man. Because he's
a $1 million man.
He was $1 billion before he cheated on his first wife.
He had to break that down.
Yeah, he was $1 billion.
Oh, he got released from jail too. He had to sit overnight.
Of course he had. Of course they're going to release him. What you thought?
Yeah. Them policemen probably walking by.
And you know what's crazy?
Hey, Tiger.
Yo. Let me get your autograph. The nigga that arrested him, bro. I know I just booked you, but listen, can I get your autograph?
Get me the fuck out of here. I'll get you whatever you want. That's what I really
Listen, the crazy part is he goes with one of Trump's son's baby mama.
No, he don't.
Google it. Who is he dating? Yes, he do. I forgot which one of his sons. Yeah, that's it. Crazy.
Look, Tiger Woods' girlfriend, Vanessa Trump. Former model and actress who was a former daughter-in-law of Donald Trump.
He thought I was bullshitting. He connect your head. I know. Which Trump she was mad? Which one of the Trump?
Vanessa Trump has her hands full. Oh, slide it there.
What's this?
That's right. Yeah, it's saying it right there. At the top.
No,
bro.
I'm trying. That's her right there.
Yeah. Vanessa Trump, her former daughter-in-law.
His former daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
One thing he liked them blonde heads. He got a thing for them blonde heads.
Blonde bunnies.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
He liked them blondes. You can see he got a pattern.
Ex-husband Donald Trump Jr.
Yeah. Which one is that?
It's Donald Trump Jr. The dude with the black hair.
That's the. What's the other one's name? I think it's
Eric.
Eric. So Eric is the oldest.
Donald Trump Jr. I don't know who. I just know.
Listen.
He's like, I'll take that off.
Yeah, I'll take that off your hands. You
like
know,
milk and magnesium.
Yeah, man.
She gonna let me pop these perks on the crib.
Yo, whatever he's on, like, yo, I don't know.
You fucking your brand up, Tiger, man.
Yo, real talk, Tiger. Like, god damn, but when you get money like that and you on it like that, you mingling in different circles and
get as many perks as you want.
I don't think it's, and I don't even think it's perks. I think it's something else.
It started from
it's a lot of pain meds. Yeah, there's a lot of pain meds out there.
Tiger Woods down for getting a script of 90 pills. Tiger Woods, you want a script like how much you want for these 90 pills? You know,
Tiger paying big top dollar.
I give you $1,000 right now.
He's paying.
I give you 10 grand for this.
He's paying top dollar. He's getting. Yeah, he's getting top dollar. Anyway, before we're gonna get to this, Tiger, please tighten up, bro. Please tighten up. I know
you making light skinned niggas look bad.
Yeah, you making them light skinned dudes look real bad, bro. Like, and you ain't even black. Well, that's what you said.
He's black and Chinese.
I don't know, whatever you want to call yourself.
But he bought golf to the hood.
Yeah,
Bro.
he did. Yeah, he did. He was the reason why I would watch that when he was in his prime. Yeah.
I was
like,
Tiger.
Yo,
I'm on the white dudes, man.
Listen, he was the reason.
One of them niggas, man.
Yeah, and he you know what took his career started spiraling is that situation when he got caught up with that accident and then the wife he get caught up with these
She was chasing him with the golf club and everything. He got caught up like bad.
Yeah.
Remember Kobe got caught up in the same kind of way?
But he bought her 9 carat.
Yeah, he got her back. Listen, come back.
Tiger, she was like, Karen.
She was like, nah, we ain't doing all that. I want half. I don't even want to be in this situation.
Yeah, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Go ahead.
Anyway, so moving right along, Tiger Woods. Our final thoughts on that. Tiger Woods tighten up, and I know my boy.
That came out of nowhere. I thought he was good. Bro.
No,
he went from alcohol to the pill.
Yeah. Tiger, you gotta tighten up, bro. I don't know who's your advisor, who you got in your corner, what type of people you got around you, but bro, you gotta tighten up, man. You gotta tighten up. Like, real talk. If you watching this, which I doubt, tighten up. If you get wind of this, listen to this, Tiger. Tighten up. Like, fix that, man. Get right, man. Let this be the wake-up call right here and right now. Anyway, so moving along, NBA. So why is the NBA trying to stop themselves from tumbling? And they trying to stop teams, I should say, from tumbling. Like tanking. Yeah, tanking.
Tumbling.
Yeah, same thing. Tumbling, tanking.
Eliminated.
They trying to. I don't know how.
They're trying with the commissioner proposing radical lottery reforms, including expanding the 22 teams, flattening the odds, penalizing intentional losing.
How you gonna know a team is potentially losing one?
When you start benching your stars at the end of the season.
Okay.
Son, why? People that want to come see the players at this.
Fine. If I'm motherfucking 10-50, why would I? And we got the last 2 games of the season.
It fucks up the NBA's bottom
line. But why? So you want to hurt this? So
like,
you want to hurt your star player that if he get injured or just for anything, could potentially be out for the whole next year now. And now you lost him.
It's this fine line between like, okay, we're not gonna play him because we're going to get hurt, or we're not playing him because we're going to lose and get the first draft pick.
Right.
So how you gonna fix that? It's crazy.
That's a good question. I think
and we was guilty of it too. Remember, the trust the process is a tanking situation.
Yeah.
With the Sixers.
Yeah.
That's how
Sixers,
Embiid and Ben Simmons got there.
Yeah.
Trust the process.
Where's Ben Simmons?
I don't know.
But he's still getting that check though.
Yeah.
And he ain't playing for
big money.
He's still he's good.
I don't even know where he at.
I don't even on the street somewhere, probably in a movie or a club.
He's looking good on the bench somewhere.
Yeah, that's about it. That's about it.
We gave him that big check, and he was like,
that was it.
I don't want to play.
Yo, that's crazy.
And he was in the process of tanking too. We was tanking and got him.
That's crazy. Here it is. They just gave you this big ass bag, and if you ain't, I'm gonna tell you like this, Ben. If you ain't investing that money right there, making sure he probably did, but. You know what I'm saying?
He fucked up in that playoff series, and the whole Philly got on him about it, and he didn't want to come back and play.
Yeah, that dude. I don't know. He was getting it back
for James Harden, and then
and James Harden didn't even pan out for you. Yo was better off.
No. Well,
he ain't do nothing even with James Harden. James Harden was on the down spiral of his career.
No, he's still all right.
He's still all right.
He don't do good in game sevens. That's it.
You know where he lost it at? To me, he should have stayed that sixth man.
What? No, he was better in Houston.
When he was with OK, listen. Remember, he was in OKC.
OKC didn't want to pay him,
but he was the sixth man.
Bro.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Bro, OKC is the championship team right now. They don't give a fuck about what happened with Harden. We didn't win no championship with KD and them. We won a championship just last year with Shea and them. That is true. So us releasing him and all them other people got us all these draft picks to get this championship. It took us about 7 years afterwards? Almost 10 years?
Yeah. But they got it. They got it. Yeah. Big shout out to OKC. But so they trying to figure out a way to stop tanking. These other teams from stop tank. I don't see what's the problem. And if you even out the lottery odds, so you gave it a number one team a chance to get a first round draft pick to stay number one.
Something like the losing teams. Because if you're a number one team, you're not gonna get a high pick. You're gonna be in a.
But if they even the odds out, meaning if they make it even so fair, like.
So the teams that's not losing on purpose.
But how are you going to judge what team is losing on purpose and what's not?
They're trying to figure it out.
Like, that's the thing.
They're trying to give them incentives to not lose.
What's the incentive, nigga? We need We need players. We need a team. We
just won 11 and 6.
Yeah, well, like what's the incentive? You gonna give us money? Like what? What happened if our star player that we just got in the draft get hurt? Then what? Now we out of him, and then we got a number one player. Now he can't play because, we couldn't sit him after these last 2 games, and we ain't going nowhere.
Like, listen, no, because people gonna realize you take it, and then they're not gonna buy tickets to these last
Okay, and I understand that part.
LeBron not gonna play.
I understand that part.
Anthony Davis not gonna play because you sitting. Kawhi not gonna play because you sitting about on purpose. So when the Clippers come to Philly, nobody want to come see that game because nobody gonna be playing.
I understand that, but it still has a chance of being like that because who want to come see the last couple of games is like you gotta look at it like certain teams is not even worth coming to see when it's the last couple of games of the season.
That's like NFL do the same thing. They rest their starters, they ready for the playoffs, but they don't. But
it's different. See, because that's a contact sport.
They're going to the championship,
and that's a contact.
And you're going to the playoffs. They're not sitting the players.
Right. And it'd be in that role, it'd be the winning team that's already in the playoffs.
But the NBA is the only sport that tanks. You don't see no other sports that. You got other, like even in the NFL, there's teams that's like 2 and 18.
So you blame 2 and 14. So you blame.
They want to spoil the playoff chances of another team. They'll play their starters and beat the shit out of them.
Right.
Just because.
Right.
But NBA, they don't even.
So you know what you want to. You know what you should do. If y'all want to keep it like that, if y'all want to stop the tanking, offer this. Money talks and bullshit walks. I'm gonna just say it like that. Offer them tanking teams a couple of mil. Be like, look. You play your starters, whether you win, lose, or draw, whatever. We're going to give you this. This is yours.
Yeah.
This is yours. But you got to play these starters.
Yeah.
Got to play these starters. That'll stop the tanking. Money talk, BS walks. You tell these players, you go to these these top star team players for these teams, and you let them know, look, you play. If you're not injured, you play. Cool. This is what you're going to get. You get injured. Cool. This is what you're going to get too. You understand? And this is what the team get in case you get injured. They get a boost. No. What they do when you go over the mat?
The cap pit.
Yeah, the cap. Yeah. We're gonna raise that cap. So if he get hurt, raise that cap.
That's a good idea.
NBA, listen to me. I'm gonna give you the game. I'm gonna give you the game. NBA, listen to this.
Yeah, that's probably another reason why the viewership is going down.
Yeah. You tell that team, this is what you do. First, you go to their star player. You tell them, look, we're going to give you such and such. You, not the team. We're going to give you this, but you got to play. I don't care what they talking about, what's going on. You got to play if you're not injured. To the team, if that player get injured, their salary cap got to go over whatever they was making. So they could be able to bring in a filler or someone, or be able to compete in the free agency.
It's gonna be interesting.
That's what you got to do. Raise that cap. Tell that team, like, look, we're gonna give you this. If you get injured, we got this. We got you. And if you don't get injured, look, this is what we're gonna do for you, and this is what we're doing for him.
Yeah.
But you got to play these people.
Oh, another NBA news. You know they bring it back.
Oh, shit, word.
They're doing expansion for 2027, 2028.
In Seattle?
Yeah, they bring it two teams
shit.
back. They voted to bring him back.
But Seattle and who else?
Vegas.
Vegas, goddamn.
Yeah.
But you know what? Vegas,
Raiders
right?
moved to Vegas?
No, but Vegas, listen, Vegas needs this kind of energy right now because since we ain't going to get political. You ain't gonna get political, but they have been, they've been losing a lot because a lot of their business and the influx of people from Canada that slowed down. Yeah. A lot of people, a lot of businesses, tourism point blank is down in Vegas. And speaking of that, my family is out there. Big shout outs to my aunt Maria, Juanita, to my cousins, Carolyn, Nettie. All y'all, my relatives, I love y'all. I love y'all. Be safe. Please be safe. I love y'all. Make it home safe and have a good time. So, like I was saying, the tourism is down. The tourism is down. Anyway,
that's going to be good for them.
Yeah, so I think that them bringing that back. But
they bought the Raiders out there already. So.
Yeah, so that's
still a market for both of them teams.
Yeah, well, I think it will be. I think them young boys and Megan. Boy, them clubs gonna be bumping. If they ain't bumping now, they gonna really be bumping. But anyway, listen, this is SP Hustle Hard, and this is the Rec Room, and we in the building. This is my good guy. Look, he got to go to work. He got to be out the building. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in, checking us out. Please stay locked in. We in the building. Thank you so much. And again, we hustle to keep you in tune. Thank you.